Not gonna lie, I did not have like anything planned for any kind of intro for this, so it works out that I got more or less insta-queued. What's not so great is the fact that I have this guy blacklisted. Although he is apparently actually no, they're actually decent. I mean that's a literally a winning COTS emblem right there. I think those are Gaishu people. So we actually, I take that back. They're probably good. He's probably blacklisted for being fucking toxic, if I'm being honest. Which actually really takes some doing. Let's see. Threats to my ship. There's only one radar. There's Sherman, Kleber, Akizuki for destroyers, and a Gato and an I-56 submarine. Okay, that is not terrible. Let's see. Baltimore is really the main thing, because I can smoke up against the Sherman and the Kleber as I need, and the Akizuki. Because my exhaust smoke is basically a get-out-of-jail-free card, so even though my detection is pretty high, well, honestly, it's not really going to be the best thing to set up a smoke trap right now. Because there's really nothing out here that can spot for me. And that is the problem with exhaust smoke, is when you're in it and you're going full speed, it's going to conceal you. Which does help and hurt at the same time. It actively helps because you're obviously in smoke, you're not being detected. At best you can get blind shot, but blind shooting a full speed target is a pretty difficult thing to do. So it helps in that regard, but it also does mean that you're completely blind because you're in smoke. So you're heavily reliant on someone else to spot for you. So if I were to set up a smoke trap right here, say that Akizuki pops up and starts shooting, and I smoke up, it's going to be a very tall order for one of these guys to spot for me. Maybe the Incomparable can, maybe this North Carolina can if the Akizuki is running AFT, but it is in fact a Sherman over here. And the Baltimore has been spotted on the opposite side of the map, so that definitely helps me. There's still the submarines, though. Okay, Akizuki was spotted. Okay, this is actually really nice for me. The Yamato's not going to do anything, because, I mean, look at what he's doing now. And tell me that that's a player that you're going to take seriously. And also, our Salmon is literally just... Okay. Alright. I'm just... Like, what even is there to say to that? And there's a fucking Napoli, like, right there. Okay. Of course there would be. Normally I say you don't want to run your smoke and speed boost at the same time, but I need to make sure that I get out of the detection of this Napoli as fast as possible. So that's why I did it there. And how nice of him to just shoot for me. Alright, I can't greed. I can't greed here. Just need to get out of the detection range. Also, is this North Carolina AFK? No, he's just really stupid. Alright, here we go. Alright, we lost our Delaware too, that's beautiful. He got shotgunned by the Gato because he tried to island cockroach in front of a Gato in a battleship. Don't we love Napolis? Maybe if this Brandenburg can torpedo the Napoli, but I doubt it's going to happen. That is not what you want to do, by the way. If you're in a hybrid ship, you are still mainly a surface ship. Now I just need to get this Napoli off the table. And if he's just gonna smoke up, that's really helpful for me. And he's dead. He's just straight up dead. Also, that's an HE North Carolina, so, you know, that's a thing. We did equalize the kills at least. Saying overall win rate is saying you don't understand how averages work. I'm not even going to get into that. Holland is spotted by the submarine. Of course. Normally works for the hybrid ships. Get close and really use the planes. That's absolutely dented. Shut the fuck up. Anyway. I think right now my play is going to be do something maybe about that Sherman, possibly about the Tirpitz or Marlborough. The Akazuki is also going to be an issue. I don't know what health the Baltimore's on, so this is actually a bit of a dicey position we're in right now. The main thing I'm relying on right now is our Holland. Because if I spot that Sherman and he starts shooting, if I can smoke up and the Holland can just keep him spotted because the Sherman shot, that would be a very ideal scenario, but it looks like the Holland is not interested in doing that. Actually, please stay spotted. Please, please, please stay spotted. Alright. We just need to blind shoot this man. There we go. And those are 56 torpedoes. Can I use this mini-map right here to aim? We can! That 56 literally has not moved. Bruh. Alright, is this Massachusetts? Looks like he's gonna go the south. God damn. The south side of the island? Or is he gonna greed and go north? No, he's taking the sensible route. He's going south. Probably because there's a fucking Schlieffen walking at him. Can I mini-map aim this guy again? Maybe question mark. Bruh. Has he not learned his lesson after like the first 4 times? Our HE North Carolina is still in the back of the map. Right now, what I want to do is I'm looking to deal with this Akazuki and the Kleber. I think those two are the biggest issues right now. The submarine is able to cap C right now. The Akazuki... Okay. So this is actually a bit of a dicey position. Because if I go into C right now and I get spotted by that Vermont, I absolutely have to smoke up. There's literally no options other than smoke up. And the reason for that is because there's a Vermont right there, and there's going to be a Yamato right here as well. Our Cossack just spotted the Akazuki. They, at best, will trade. This Vermont's not looking this direction. There goes the Schlieffen, so he's going to be turning his guns now. Okay. Here we go. We're going to cap B. And then I think our play is actually going to be run at A. Because the Yamato is low, the Vermont is not low. He's relatively healthy, but he's not, like, super healthy either. This Massachusetts is a little worrying, though. I would like to know where that guy is. But Colbert's not contributing to his team because he's a monkey. And he's just HE farming. I did not get detected during that either. We're just going to pop some Make-A-Wish torps out. If that Massachusetts greeds, he might eat them. If he doesn't, then oh well. I think... Okay, so we have the North Carolina, the Incomparable, and probably the Holland, who's going to be able to deal with A. So right now, what I'm going to look at doing is I want to try and get this Yamato and Vermont dealt with. And this Kleber is just going to be really annoying. Might have to load HE for this Yamato since he's angling into the sap. Did our Incomp just donate? He did. Yeah, that checks out. Okay. This is going to be dicey. I would have liked to have not had to do that, but I didn't have a choice. Aiming bug free game, by the way. Not gonna beach. We are capping A right now, at least. So if I can just delay Kleber, come on, around the corner. He's not gonna he's not doing it. Okay. Actually, I want to get as much damage as possible on this Kleber. Because if I can get him down to the point where my sap can one-shot him, that would be the most favorable position to be. But it's not going to look like... It doesn't look like it's going to happen because he's just going to sit behind that island while our North Carolina, who is firing HE on the border, just donates. And I'm just going to have to take the hit here. I need my speed boost for when I get into the open. On the bright side, the Massachusetts is low. The Kleber is low. The Vermont is not low, but is at least damaged. Yamato is damaged. Gonna pop out torps. That, Yamato might actually just straight up get shotgunned. Give me my engine back, please. And here comes Vermont shells. Die, please. This is gonna hurt. That could have been a lot worse, to be fair. Okay. This is suboptimal. Kleber did end up going to C, so or B rather. So if I can just continually reset this Vermont, then we might be good. Well, honestly, it could be either the Kleber or the Vermont, or the Kleber or And the Turpits. It could be... it's definitely the Turpits. I don't know if the Kleber is in there with him, though. We're about to see once we reset this Vermont. And our, fucking Castilla has a funny button addiction. That was a pretty nasty hit there. I shouldn't have slowed down for that. I just slowed right into that, basically. There we go. That's a Confederate. This Turpitz is going to be a problem, though. Because his secondaries are going to be really annoying to deal with. At very least, the good news right now is that the Kleber is low enough that if the Holland face checks him, he should be able to kill the Kleber without trading. Even if he eats a reload booster, the Kleber has such low health, the Holland should kill him pretty soon. As long as the Holland has hands. That's the big caveat, is that the Holland needs to have hands. And I need to not get clapped out by a Vermont. Here we go. Is this just straight up not a secondary spec Turpitz, by the way? Alright, that Turpitz is down. Holland needs to just not die. The Kleber is super low. The Marlboro, who knows where that guy is. He has not been spotted in 4 minutes. But I'm just going to pop my speed boost right now, and I'm just going to haul ass right back to sea. Because the Vermont and the Kleber are both walking at the Holland. Now, they've spotted the Holland, actually. And all I need right now is to keep the pressure on and force them to commit resources both to B and C and not allow them to consolidate their forces into one area. And the Castilla still has a funny button addiction. Holland looks like he maybe has hands. He has the idea to shoot at the Kleber that's low health. And he may... hopefully he won't eat my torpedoes either, but... he did trade an awful lot of health. It doesn't look like he's going to eat those torpedoes, though. It looks like I should... if that Vermont pushes around, I might be able to pick up a couple of hits. But no, it looks like the Vermont has hands. He's not going to greed for it. The Marlboro finally stepped into A, which is actually kind of dicey. And we have a 300-point lead. Maybe it'll be enough, because there's only 2 minutes in the game remaining. Castilla still has his funny button addiction. Ah, that Vermont. I thought he was going to remain spotted. That is really, really unfortunate. Okay, never mind. There he is. There he is. Looks like he's going to turn back towards me, which is actually not what I want. I'm definitely going to have to just play Ring Around the Rosie with him. Although, if this Vermont hauls ass back to C to deal with me, the Holland can just step right back into B, assuming he has a clue. Right now, my absolute #1 priority is just get the hell away from this Vermont. I cannot afford to die right here. We have this game in the bag. All we have to do is just not die. And as long as this Castilla doesn't try to funny button anybody and get himself spotted and therefore blapped by a Vermont, then we will win this game. Oh, this got a lot hairier than it needed to be honest, but we did pull it through in the end, which is what matters the most. And there's the victory. Okay, that was a little uncomfortable towards the end, but well done to our Holland for not dying there. Well done to not our Castilla, because, I mean, he just had a funny button addiction all game, but to his credit, he did still live and not throw at the end. The 4501, as much as I hate to admit it, really came in clutch because he was able to get a pretty good shotgun on the Vermont, or on the Yamato rather, and he died, and then all I had to deal with was the Vermont and not the Yamato, so... Also, a huge shout out to this Marlboro for doing absolutely fucking nothing for 5 minutes before he stepped into the A-cap that was wide open. What possessed him to do nothing? Who the fuck knows? But the Brandenburg, who got more or less first-blooded, still outscored the Salmon, who donated, and the HE North Carolina, and the donating incomparable. So take that for what you will. Anyway, that is going to be enough for today. I will see you tomorrow.